Malia's mind raced back to how it all began. The innocent encounters that had woven this tangled web. She had met Maria at the local community center in Seattle, where Maria volunteered as a yoga instructor. Malia, fresh out of a dead-end job in marketing, had signed up for classes to escape the monotony of her life under her conservative parents' roof. Maria's smile was the first thing that caught her eye, warm, genuine, with a hint of mischief that made Malia's stomach flip in ways she couldn't explain. But she pushed it down, buried it deep, because feelings like that didn't fit into the picture-perfect life her family expected. As weeks turned into months, their friendship blossomed. Coffee after class became routine, then dinners, then late-night talks on Maria's balcony overlooking the Puget Sound. Maria was engaged to Malia's brother, Alex, a match made in heaven according to everyone. Alex, the golden boy, successful lawyer, and Maria, the poised social worker from a similar upscale background. Malia watched them with a mix of envy and something darker, something she dared not name. Why did her chest ache when Maria laughed at Alex's jokes? Why did she replay Maria's casual touches in her mind, like the brush of fingers when passing a mug? One evening, after a particularly grueling family dinner where her mother grilled her about settling down, Malia found herself at Maria's door, tears streaming. "I can't do this anymore," she sobbed, collapsing into Maria's arms. Maria held her tight, whispering comforts that felt too intimate, too charged. That night, as they sat on the couch sharing a bottle of wine, Maria's hand lingered on Malia's knee. "You're stronger than you think," Maria said softly. Malia looked up, their faces inches apart, and for a split second, she imagined closing the gap. But she pulled away, heart hammering, excusing herself to the bathroom where she splashed cold water on her face. What was wrong with her? This was her brother's fiancé. Family came first, always. The internal conflict gnawed at Malia. Nights alone in her apartment, she paced, questioning everything. Was this just admiration? Jealousy? Or something forbidden? Her upbringing screamed the latter was sin, a deviation from the norm. Her parents, devout Catholics, had drilled into her the importance of traditional values. Marriage, children, stability, her mother would say. Malia had dated men, tried to fit the mold, but each relationship fizzled, leaving her emptier. Now with Maria she felt alive, seen. But at what cost? Betraying Alex would destroy him, and the family rift would be irreparable. Maria, too, wrestled with her demons. Engaged to Alex for 2 years, she had convinced herself it was love. He was kind, ambitious, everything her own fractured family lacked. Her parents' divorce had left scars, making her crave security. But Malia's presence disrupted that illusion. Maria found herself comparing Alex's predictable affection to the electric spark with Malia. During fittings for her wedding dress, she'd zone out, picturing Malia's reaction instead of Alex's. "Am I making a mistake?" she confided to her best friend over lunch. The friend laughed it off as pre-wedding jitters, but Maria knew better. This was a storm brewing, one that could upend lives. The turning point came at the engagement party. Laughter filled the backyard, string lights twinkling like false stars. Malia avoided Maria's gaze, focusing on small talk with relatives. But as the night wore on, Maria cornered her in the kitchen. "We need to talk," Maria whispered urgently. Malia's pulse quickened. "About what?" She feigned ignorance. Maria's eyes searched hers. "About us. About how I feel when I'm with you." The words hung heavy, and Malia fled to the garden, mind spinning. How could Maria say that? With Alex just outside? The betrayal stung, yet a part of her thrilled at the admission. Back inside, Alex proposed a toast, beaming at Maria. Malia watched, a knot in her throat as Maria smiled back, but her eyes flickered to Malia. That glance was a spark to dry tinder. Later, alone in her car, Malia gripped the wheel, tears blurring the road. "This can't happen," she muttered. But deep down, she knew the confession had cracked open a door she couldn't close. The family she cherished was on the brink, and her heart was the culprit. As days passed, the tension mounted. Malia distanced herself, ignoring Maria's calls. But avoidance only amplified the turmoil. At work, she snapped at colleagues, her focus shattered. "Get it together," she told her reflection one morning. But memories flooded. Maria's laugh, her scent, the way she listened without judgment. Was this love? Or destruction disguised? Maria, meanwhile, feigned normalcy with Alex, but guilt ate at her. Wedding plans progressed, venue booked, invitations sent, but each step felt like a lie. I love him, she repeated like a mantra, but it rang hollow. One night, unable to sleep, she scrolled through photos of Malia on her phone, heart aching. What if she called off the wedding? The scandal would ripple through their tight-knit community, labels like homewrecker, and worse. Her career, helping at-risk youth, could suffer from the stigma. Society's judgment loomed large, especially in their conservative circles. The confrontation was inevitable. Malia agreed to meet Maria at a quiet cafe, hoping to end it. This has to stop, Malia said firmly as they sat. Maria's eyes welled. I know, but I can't pretend anymore. They talked for hours, voices low, emotions raw. Malia admitted her feelings, the words tumbling out like a confession. But Alex, she trailed off. Maria nodded, pain etched on her face. He deserves the truth. Leaving the cafe, they hugged, a charged embrace that sealed their fate. The decision hung over them like a guillotine. Tell Alex, or bury it forever. The revelation to Alex was a bomb detonated in slow motion. They chose his apartment, neutral ground, but nothing could soften the blow. Maria went first, voice trembling. Alex, I can't marry you. I'm in love with someone else. He laughed at first, thinking it a joke, but her serious expression drained the color from his face. Who? He demanded, eyes narrowing. When Maria glanced at Malia, the pieces clicked. You? My sister? His voice rose, disbelief turning to rage. Malia shrank back, but Maria stood firm. It just happened. We're sorry. Alex's world crumbled. He paced, fists clenched, hurling accusations. How long? Was I just a cover? Malia tried to explain, but words failed. We never meant to hurt you, she whispered. He scoffed. Hurt? You've destroyed everything. The argument escalated, voices echoing off walls. Alex's hurt morphed into betrayal's venom. You're sick, both of you. This isn't normal. The words cut deep, echoing the societal prejudices Malia feared. As he stormed out, slamming the door, Malia collapsed, sobbing. Had they done the right thing? Or unleashed hell? News spread like wildfire through the family. Their mother called Malia that night, hysterical. What have you done? Stealing your brother's fiancé? This is against God. Malia endured the tirade, her father's silence on the line more damning. You're no daughter of mine, he finally said, hanging up. The rejection pierced Malia's soul. She had always been the dutiful child, but now she was the villain. Alone in her room, she questioned her identity. Was loving Maria worth this exile? The internal battle raged, loyalty to family versus authenticity to self. Maria faced her own backlash. Her parents, though divorced, united in disapproval. We raised you better, her mother scolded over video call. Think of the gossip, the shame. Maria defended her choice, but doubt crept in. Had she been selfish? Alex's pain haunted her dreams, his broken expression replaying. Yet, with Malia she felt whole. Their first real date, post-confession, was bittersweet. A walk in the park, hands linked tentatively. We can get through this, Maria said. Malia nodded, but fear lingered. Society's eyes were everywhere, judging whispers in stores, stares from acquaintances. The mending with Alex seemed impossible. He blocked them both, retreating into work. Malia tried reaching out via email, pouring her heart. I'm sorry, brother. I never wanted this. No reply. The void ached, a constant reminder of the price paid. At therapy sessions Malia started attending, she unpacked layers of guilt. Why me? She asked the counselor. Why couldn't I be straight? The sessions revealed suppressed feelings from adolescence, crushes on girls dismissed as phases. Now embracing them meant losing family bonds. Maria's work suffered too. Colleagues whispered, clients' parents questioned her lifestyle. One family pulled their child, citing moral concerns. This isn't fair. Maria vented to Malia one night. We're just people in love. Malia held her, but inside, resentment brewed. Why did love have to be a battle? The couple's bond strengthened amid adversity, but cracks formed. Arguments arose over handling the fallout. Malia wanted reconciliation, Maria favored distance. A family intervention loomed. Their parents organized a meeting at the family home, demanding attendance. Malia dreaded it, stomach churning on the drive. What if they disown us? She fretted. Maria squeezed her hand. Then we build our own family. The gathering was tense, air thick with unspoken accusations. Mother cried, father lectured on sin. Alex sat stone-faced, avoiding eye contact. You've torn us apart, Mother said. Malia spoke up, voice steady despite trembling knees. I love her. That's not changing. The room erupted, shouts, tears, ultimatums. In the chaos, Maria revealed her own pain. I've hidden who I am for years, afraid of this exact reaction. Her words hung, challenging the family's prejudices. Alex finally spoke, voice raw. I loved you, Maria. And you, Malia. I trusted you. The admission broke the dam. Hugs were refused, but seeds of understanding planted? As they left, Malia felt a mix of relief and sorrow. The confrontation exposed raw wounds, but also forced acknowledgement. Post-meeting, the couple retreated to Maria's apartment, exhausted. Was it worth it? Malia whispered in the dark. Maria pulled her close. Yes, because I have you. But doubt nagged. Society's pressure mounted. Lost friends, judgmental stares. Malia lost her job, citing restructuring, but she suspected bias. This is the real world, she thought bitterly. Reinvention became necessary. Malia sought new employment, Maria advocacy groups for support. Their relationship deepened, but not without trials. Jealousy flared when Maria reconnected with an old friend, a straight woman oblivious to boundaries. Do you miss that life? Malia accused. Maria denied, but the fight highlighted insecurities. Reconciliation attempts with family stalled. Occasional texts from mother, but father's silence persisted. Alex moved to another city, a fresh start signaling permanent rift. Malia's inner monologue intensified. I've chosen love, but at what cost? Am I selfish for pursuing happiness over family harmony? Therapy helped, but answers eluded. Maria, too, reflected on her choices. Betraying Alex was wrong, but staying would betray myself. The moral ambiguity weighed heavy, decisions fraught with controversy. As months passed, small victories emerged. A supportive aunt reached out, offering solace. The couple attended pride events, finding community amid isolation. But the journey was far from over, tensions simmering beneath. The escalation came unexpectedly. A betrayal from within their fragile circle. Maria's ex-best friend Lisa, fueled by resentment over being sidelined, leaked the story to a local gossip blog. Local lawyer's fiancé leaves him for his sister. Family drama unfolds. The post went viral in their community, comments flooding with vitriol. Disgusting, one read. They should be ashamed. Malia woke to notifications, her phone buzzing like an angry hive. Panic set in. How would this affect their lives further? Maria raged, calling Lisa. Why? We were friends. Lisa's response was cold. You chose her over everyone. This is karma. The betrayal stung deeper than family rejection. A deliberate sabotage. Malia comforted Maria, but inside fury boiled. People like her perpetuate the hate, she thought. The public scrutiny intensified. Strangers recognized them at the grocery store, whispering. Malia's new job interview tanked when the HR manager mentioned recent news. Discrimination veiled as concern. The couple's relationship strained under the spotlight. Arguments escalated. Malia blamed Maria for not cutting Lisa off sooner. You knew she was toxic. Maria shot back. And you? Always playing the victim. Hurt words flew, doors slammed. In solitude, Malia questioned everything. Is this love or a curse? The internal conflict peaked. She considered leaving, sparing Maria further pain. But the thought of life without her was unbearable. Seeking solace, they joined a support group for LGBTQ+ individuals facing family estrangement. Stories shared mirrored theirs, lost loved ones, societal backlash. One woman spoke of reconciling after years, another of permanent loss. Malia absorbed it all, hope flickering. Maybe time heals, she pondered. Maria found strength in advocacy, volunteering more, channeling pain into purpose. We can't let them win, she declared. But the family's response to the scandal was the final blow. Mother called, voice laced with shame. Everyone knows now. How could you? Malia defended. This is who I am. The call ended in tears, no resolution. Father remained absent, his disapproval a ghost. Alex, from afar, sent a scathing email. You've ruined my reputation. Happy now? The words lacerated Malia's heart. Guilt resurfaced. Had her happiness come at too high a price? A moral dilemma arose when Maria suggested suing the blog for defamation. They twisted facts, she argued. Malia hesitated. It'll drag us deeper into the mess. The debate highlighted their differing approaches, Malia's caution versus Maria's fight. Ultimately, they dropped it, choosing privacy over prolonged exposure. But the decision haunted Malia. Am I weak for not fighting back? As winter set in, isolation deepened. Holidays approached, traditionally family affairs now voids. Malia and Maria hosted their own small gathering with new friends from the group, but melancholy lingered. Toasts to resilience felt forced. In bed that night, Malia confessed her fears. What if we don't make it? Maria's assurance was fierce. We will, because this is real. Yet doubts persisted. Malia dreamed of alternate lives, marrying a man, pleasing family, but waking empty. This path is hard but true, she affirmed. Maria grappled with regret over hurting Alex. A chance encounter at a coffee shop brought closure. Alex, looking weary, nodded curtly. No words, but a step? The high point of tension arrived with a community event. Maria was invited to speak at a local LGBTQ+ panel. Sharing her story. Malia supported, but anxiety gnawed. Protesters gathered outside, signs blaring hate. Protect families, one read. As Maria spoke eloquently of love's validity, hecklers interrupted. Security escorted them out, but the damage was done. Malia rushed backstage, embracing Maria. You're brave, she whispered. But inside, rage at society's cruelty boiled. Post-event, backlash online surged. Threats arrived anonymously, forcing them to report to police. Fear crept in. Was visibility worth the danger? Malia urged caution, Maria persistence. The conflict tested their bond, but also solidified it. We're in this together, Maria said. Healing began subtly. Mother's calls increased. Tentative questions about their well-being. I don't understand, but I miss you, she admitted. Malia wept, a crack in the wall. Father remained distant, but progress with one parent sparked hope. Alex's silence broke with a neutral birthday text to Malia, minimal but existent. Through it all, Malia's inner world churned. Love shouldn't require sacrifice this grand. Or does it? The philosophical quandary deepened her character, forcing growth. Maria evolved too, from seeker of stability to fighter for authenticity. As spring approached, renewal seemed possible. They planned a trip, escaping the city's judgment. On the road, conversations flowed, dreams, fears, futures. No matter what, I choose you, Malia said. The affirmation mended fissures, but scars remained. The ultimate test came in the form of an unexpected alliance and a devastating choice. Their aunt, the family's black sheep and openly gay, reached out after hearing the scandal. I've been there, she said over dinner. Fight for your truth. Her stories of past struggles inspired, offering a blueprint for survival. Malia clung to this lifeline, seeing a path forward. But the alliance alienated others. Mother accused the aunt of corrupting them. Amid this, Maria received a job offer in New York, better pay, advancement and advocacy. It's a dream, she confided. But it meant uprooting, leaving family remnants behind. Malia panicked. What about reconciliation? The decision loomed, a moral crossroads. Stay and mend or go and thrive. Arguments ensued. Malia felt abandoned, Maria trapped. In her turmoil, Malia visited Alex unannounced at his new firm. I need to talk, she pleaded. He allowed it, face-guarded. Why her, he asked. Malia explained her journey, the undeniable pull. Alex listened, anger softening to sorrow. I loved her too. The conversation didn't heal overnight, but it opened dialogue. "Give me time," he said. Malia left hopeful, but the encounter highlighted the stakes of leaving. Maria pressed for the move. "We can start fresh, away from the hate." Malia wavered, inner conflict peaking. "But family?" The debate exposed vulnerabilities, Malia's attachment to roots versus Maria's forward momentum. One night, it exploded. "You're holding us back," Maria yelled. Malia retorted. "And you're running away." Hurt, Malia stormed out, driving aimlessly. "Is this the end?" she wondered, tears flowing. Reconciliation came at dawn. Maria found her at a park bench, apologies tumbling. "I won't go without you." But Malia, after soul-searching, agreed to the move. For us. The choice was controversial. Abandoning family repair for personal growth. Was it selfish? Or necessary? Packing was bittersweet. Goodbyes strained. Mother hugged tightly, whispering prayers. Father nodded stiffly. Alex sent a message. Safe travels. The departures underscored losses, but also freedoms gained. In New York, adjustment was rocky. New city, new judgments, but anonymity helped. Maria thrived at work. Malia found a fulfilling role in graphic design. Their home became a sanctuary, love deepening amid challenges. But echoes of the past haunted. News of family events misstung. Malia journaled her thoughts. "Did I trade one cage for another?" A surprise visit from mother tested resolve. "I want to understand," she said. Conversations delved deep. Prejudices unpacked. Love redefined. Tears flowed. Bridges mended tentatively. "I'm trying," Mother admitted. The visit was a turning point, proving distance could foster healing. Yet not all wounds closed. Father remained estranged, his silence a constant ache. Alex dated anew, updates via Mother sparse. Maria's guilt lingered, occasional what-ifs surfacing. "Could I have handled it better?" she pondered. The couple's bond, forged in fire, grew resilient. They attended therapy together, navigating lingering traumas. "We're survivors," Malia affirmed. Community involvement increased, volunteering at pride centers, mentoring youth. Giving back eased personal pains. But a final twist emerged. Lisa, the betrayer, reached out apologetically. "I was wrong," she wrote. Maria debated responding. Forgiveness or justice? Malia advised caution. "She's hurt us enough." Maria chose silence, a decision sparking internal debate. Am I better than her if I hold grudges? As time passed, reflections deepened. Malia questioned societal norms. Why is our love debated, while others accepted? The philosophical underpinnings fueled growth, turning pain into purpose. Their story became one of quiet triumph, but not without ongoing struggles. Highs of anniversaries contrasted lows of discriminatory encounters. Through it all, choices' consequences shaped them, stronger, wiser, but forever marked. Settled in New York, Malia and Maria built a life layered with complexities, where every victory carried the shadow of past sacrifices. Maria's career soared, leading workshops on LGBTQ+ rights. Her passion ignited by personal trials. Malia supported, but envy sometimes crept in. Maria's confidence contrasting her own lingering insecurities. Am I enough? Malia wondered during quiet moments, staring at the city skyline from their apartment window. The move had been her concession, but doubts about abandoning family roots festered like an untreated wound. One evening, a call from Alex shattered the fragile peace. "Mom's sick," he said curtly. "Cancer." The news hit like a freight train. Malia booked the first flight back to Seattle, Maria by her side despite tensions. The hospital reunion was awkward. Father's gruff nod, Alex's distant demeanor. Mother, frail in bed, reached for Malia's hand. "I'm glad you're here." Tears unspoken mended some rifts. Maria hovered, offering support, but Alex's glares reminded of unresolved betrayals. During the vigil, conversations turned raw. "I regret pushing you away," Mother confessed to Malia. "Love is love." The words, hard won, brought catharsis. But Father's stubbornness persisted. He avoided Maria, muttering about lifestyles. Malia confronted him in the hallway. "She's part of me now. Accept it or lose me forever. His silence spoke volumes, a moral standoff unresolved. Maria's presence stirred old wounds. Alex pulled her aside. You broke me. Maria apologized again, voice steady. I never meant to. The exchange didn't absolve, but it acknowledged pain's mutuality. As Mother's condition stabilized with treatment, the family dynamic shifted subtly, forced proximity breeding tolerance, if not acceptance. Back in New York, the experience reframed perspectives. Malia reflected on choice's ripple effects. Had we stayed hidden, would this unity have happened? The irony stung. Their scandal ultimately humanized them to family. Maria too evolved. Betrayal has layers, she mused. Mine was survival. But society's broader battles loomed. A discriminatory bill in Congress sparked protests. The couple joined, chanting for equality. Amid crowds, they felt empowered, but arrests nearby highlighted risks. Is change worth the fight? Malia questioned internally, adrenaline fading. Personal growth peaked when Malia came out publicly via a blog post, sharing her journey. Responses varied, support from strangers, criticism from old acquaintances. The vulnerability paid off. A distant cousin reached out, revealing her own struggles. You gave me courage. The impact rippled, turning personal pain into collective healing. Yet the story's core remained fraught with ambiguity. Maria faced a career crossroads. Promote to a conservative organization or stay true to advocacy. Compromise or stand firm? She debated with Malia. The choice echoed earlier dilemmas, integrity versus security. In quiet nights, they discussed futures, marriage, perhaps children via adoption. Dreams once impossible now tangible, but shadowed by past damages. We've paid dearly, Malia said. Maria nodded, but gained more. The climax of their arc came with father's unexpected letter. I've been wrong. Let's talk. The olive branch, after years, brought tears. A family visit ensued, tentative steps toward reconciliation. Alex attended, neutral but present. Laughter returned hesitantly, a far cry from before, but progressed nonetheless. As the dust settled, Malia pondered the saga's lessons. Love's path was never straight, riddled with moral gray areas. Sacrifices made, betrayals endured, awakenings achieved. Their bond, tested relentlessly, emerged unbreakable. In the end, was the pursuit of authentic love justified? Even if it meant shattering familial bonds and facing societal scorn?